Bids for membership. Now that we understand the numbers, let's discuss the 3 ways you can receive a bid for sorority membership: formal or primary recruitment, informal recruitment, and continuous open bidding. Formal recruitment is the process through which all sororities obtain new members. This process involves a long series of short events that extends over a multi-day period. The purpose for both you and the sorority members is to determine how well you fit with one another. You are assigned a recruitment counselor who is a disaffiliated sorority member. That means she has had special training in how to provide advice and support to you without being partial to her own chapter. You are also assigned to a group of women who live near you and who are also participating in Recruitment Week. You will likely get to know all of them well and eat meals together. Informal recruitment is a less formal process, also coordinated by your Panhellenic Council. Fewer chapters will participate. It requires a smaller amount of time commitment, and its individual events are lower key. If you participated in both types of recruitment, you would notice much less fanfare during informal recruitment. No recruitment counselors guide prospective members, and fewer women participate. After joining, your pledge class or new member class is smaller than the formal recruitment class. The third type of recruitment is called continuous open bidding, COB, or continuous open recruiting, COR. Typically, only some of the chapters on a campus hold this type of recruiting. Less structured than a Panhellenic event, you will be invited to some events where chapter members can get to know you informally. This may include meeting for coffee with 1 or 2 sorority members or engaging with a large number of sorority members at a big function. After several of these types of interactions, the sorority may decide to extend you a bid. Selecting members. In all 3 types of recruitment, members evaluate and vote on prospective members in a meeting. A member who has not met a prospect under consideration must still make a decision based on the feedback she has heard from other sisters. You are probably wondering how that works, since you know there is no way you'll meet every member of every sorority before bids are extended on that last day. Let's say you're on a campus with 11 sororities with an average of 72 members and 357 women are participating in recruitment. The first events last only 30 minutes. You meet 3 or 4 sorority members before you hear a bell ring and the room quiet. A sorority leader thanks you for your visit, and your current hostess escorts you out the door. 10 minutes later, the cycle starts again, both for you and for the sorority members. You would be surprised how much is going on in the background while you are in the presence of the sorority members and while you are making your way to your next engagement. A very clear administrative workflow takes place just before, during, and after every event. Just as you receive an ordered list of the sororities you will be visiting, Panhellenic has informed the sororities which prospective members will be at their events and at what time. How does the list of names of women coming to each event get converted after the event to an invite back or bid list? There is a logical, systematic way to manage all of that potential member information and the invite back decisions. A system to communicate decisions from individual women who have met you to the sorority leadership team and then to the Panhellenic Council. You might be wondering how the sorority members can possibly remember you after speaking to you for just 2 minutes. It is possible. Anyone is memorable for just 10 minutes. We will later discuss how to make you more memorable than other women who have graced the sorority with their presence. After the event, each woman decides independently to what degree she believes you would be a good fit with her chapter. That's right, the sisters do not even talk, or at least not much, with one another about you after you part ways. They record their opinion, give the information to those behind-the-scenes people, reapply lip gloss, slap on more deodorant, and hit the restroom, brush their hair, return to the recruitment room to meet a new set of women. During those events, the behind-the-scenes people, who are exclusively collegiate or alumni sorority members, aggregate the feedback on every single visitor from the prior event, record it, and put it aside. When the day is done, they know which women will be invited back. What I am saying here is you only need to be memorable for 10 minutes after the end of that event. 95% of the time, sorority members decide whether to invite you back within moments after you walk away from them. This is important information for you to know, and I will tell you why later in this book. Sorority vows prevent me from telling you more or detailing the aggregation process I mentioned above. You can sometimes find more information on popular bulletin boards, but I will not reveal it here. If you become a sorority member, you will be fascinated when you learn how this works. For now, it's irrelevant to your preparation for sorority recruitment outside of what I have just told you, so we will not dwell on it. Sierra's not-so-perfect recruitment was meant to demonstrate that the system, the preferential bidding system to be precise, is not perfect. Fortunately, in recent years, sororities have implemented measures to prevent this from happening to you. These measures have names like Quota Plus, Quota Additions, and Snap Bids. The system Preferential Bidding System, PBS, was adopted by the NPC in the 1920s to eliminate competitive problems among sorority groups. It allows the sororities to prosper without having wildly varying chapter populations. Limits like total, quota, and release figures ensure that sororities each have a fair chance at wooing a good-sized new member class each year. For sororities that do not maximize those limits during formal or primary recruitment week, new members may be added throughout other recruitment methods. Making decisions about prospective new sisters happens frightfully fast during formal recruitment and marks the culmination of nearly a full year's work. Sororities have determined the best way to manage such large numbers of guests is to use a fixed, confidential process. In the next chapter, we will learn more about this process and how sorority members prepare to meet you, their potential new sister.